So Shubham, like after completing your CA, being a chartered accountant, you have entered into an investment banking. Can you share with the mentees like how did you get into investment banking being a CA? Is it like roller
Yeah.
coaster ride, or is it like very easy? You applied, or is it from some reference you get into investment banking?
Yeah, I think so. Firstly, I would like to say that for all the chartered accountants or for all the people who want to get into investment banking, it is like the most glorified profession, or as I would like to say, everybody has a dream of getting into like you ask anyone, everyone would say, yeah, I want to get into finance. So that used to be the answer which everyone used to give after completing their articleship. And when you ask finance, yeah, profiles like investment banking. So everything just got used to stuck at finance investment banking. So yeah, in my so I would like to continue from my articleship days. So when I was doing my articleship in KPMG, post 1.5 years, I got an opportunity to work for a client called Alcam Laboratories, which went for an IPO in 2015 December. It is one of the largest domestic pharmaceutical manufacturers in India. So I got a very good learning experience doing audit for that IPO client, and that gave me a lot of perspective in terms of how capital raise is done, at least from the auditor's perspective. And obviously, since I was involved in the process, and I'm very much interested in capital markets, so I used to keep on asking my team, asking the other fellows, asking investment bankers at times that yeah, what all they do, trying to understand yeah how things work out. So this experience helped me a lot in getting into investment banking. And in this only, I would like to share one brief incident that how things worked out well for me was one very important incident of my life, which happened during my CA final exams. During my CA finals exams, unfortunately, I got a kidney stone. That happened only after my first paper, that is accountancy. There were a lot of things which were revolving at that point of time, like whether I should continue, I should drop this attempt, what should I do. But that is the time when I think that is when I realized that if you are willing and you want to do something and you put your 100% effort, things fall into place. So like even in such situation, I thought that I have to give 7 exams, and I am pretty sure all of the people who have done CA are aware that what those 15 days are for anyone when they are giving their CA final exams. So like I can't even recollect that whatever used to happen. I was on high doses of Ayurvedic medicine and all those things. I kept my cool and I decided that I will give this attempt, and I gave and I cleared. So yeah, that boosted my confidence a lot, and that again made me realize or tell me ki, yeah, if you are willing and if you want to do, if you are determined, you will be able to do things. So that is why now coming back to when my articleship got over with KPMG, obviously they offered me to
That
continue
show
in
your
audit, but
dedication and a brave movement. Like after your first paper, you gave your paper, and then you were like you get to know that you have a kidney stone, and that time you took that decision. That really shows your dedication, how much dedicated you are towards your studies and your life or your career. That's really a brave
yeah,
movement.
when I go and see it right now, I can't even imagine like at that sort of time. So I clearly remember in the second paper SFM, I had drip in one of my hand, and my the answer sheet that had some blood and all those things on that paper. So yeah, I cannot right now imagine also all those things. So yeah, that gave me a very good experience in life and has helped me a lot during these 4 years of my professional journey post clearing articleship.
So when you entered into investment banking, like did you find it very challenging?
I once I cleared, then I left my job at KPMG. Left my articleship ended. Then I got a chance to work with Edelweiss. Obviously, like I had applied through one of my references. The good thing was I was able to get directly into it, because a vacancy was created and they were looking for someone who can join immediately. So since I had left KPMG, I was like available to join, say, the very next day. So that helped me. Now, when I was accepting that offer, obviously, you have heard a lot about investment banking. It is a whole new set of challenges which you are like signing for when you are joining investment banking, and it was like a very challenging experience. If I have to say, there were long hours, stringent deadlines, lot of work all the times. But the good part is obviously when you are doing all such things, your learning curve is very steep. So I used to I was part of the equity capital markets team. So I used to help clients raise funds via IPOs, QIPs, and rights issues, buybacks, and all those things. So when I was doing all those things, you learn a lot. And since like at that point of time, I was when I joined, I was the youngest member in the team. So obviously a lot of work used to come to me, and that has helped me grow.
Okay. Shubham, as you're doing CFA at that time, so do you think like CFA helped you to get into an investment banking? Yeah, CFA is a necessity for an investment banker. Is there any other degree which is required for a CA to go for that? Then only he can enter into investment bank. Is it myth or what's your view on that?
I'll be honest with you, like doing CFA in India is just a value add. Only CFA cannot help you go anywhere. In India, all the things which are done by CFA or say when you clear FRA paper, all of them generally have a base degree of CA. And to be honest with you, CA is what is recognized by all the large corporates rather than a CFA. So I won't say that for getting into investment banking you need to have a CFA degree for sure. It might add to a few things here and there, like you might learn a bit more about, say, valuation, or a bit more into like financial modeling and all. But I won't say that it is a necessity. So even if you have only done CA and you know these skills of financial modeling, you are good at valuation, you are like good with regulations, good with presentations, then I don't think so you need a CFA to getting into investment banking.
And just I'm very much curious, like what skill set is required for an investment banker? Like
so if you ask me in terms of if you want to go into investment banking, like you need to be completely hands-on with the markets, what is going in the market. You need to have that knowledge. You should be aware what is happening in the market. Like your interest level should show in all those things. Like you should be aware what deals are happening in the market, how things are valued. You should have financial modeling ka thoda understanding, experience, how things work around. You should have like good skills, good skill set in Excel and presentation for sure, because when you are pitching to clients, presentation skills are very, very important. So that is also very good. You should be good with when you're crunching numbers, figuring out how you should portray yourself. Like we are the best investment bankers, so you should select us rather than selecting anyone else. So all those things are very important, and these come along. Like there are no you don't need to do any specific courses for all that, but it is just your when you are doing things, you need to be aware of all those things, and you should have the interest. Now, one more point which I would like to highlight is you need to have good soft skills also when you're working in investment banking, because on a daily basis you will be interacting with promoters, you will be interacting with private equity guys. They have very limited time, so you cannot go on and on talking about things to them. They don't have time. You need to be very crystal clear in your thought process. These are the 4 points I need to make, and then accordingly you should be having a complete background of or complete backup of things what you are telling. So I feel those skills are very, very important for anyone who wants to get into investment banking.
So what I understand from your answer, that person should have financial market knowledge. So he should read newspaper daily. He should be like very confident about the numbers. And third, he should have soft skills.
Yeah. He should be organized in his thought process. I would like to say that. So that obviously, if you're organized in your thought process, you can go and say anything with that confidence, which is important when you are presenting to the promoters or whatever big funds. That is very important.